Welcome back. This is Luke Smith of RealVacantLand.com, and I've got another property for you. This one's in Tennessee. The little town near here is called Smyrna. It's north of Murfreesboro. It's south of Nashville. It's in between Nashville and Murfreesboro. This area has been really hot. Lots of transactions going on. Lots of people moving to Tennessee because you don't have any income tax, and the weather's nice, and the people are nice, and the prices are nice compared to lots of other places. And so we've been selling properties, and we've got another one. So this is the next one we've got in line, and so I'm calling this Tennessee Land. And so here's a picture of the property in the background over my shoulder. It's a bunch of trees, and it looks like pretty sturdy, sound ground. It's not like, swampland or something. You could drive in there, you could walk in there, you could build on it, have fun with it, go for it. Let's jump into the website and take a look at this one a little bit closer. So I'm on RealVacantLand.com. Got my little name and number and stuff up here. We're asking $214,000, and it's in Rutherford County, Tennessee, 6.78 acres. I got some pictures here. Let's jump into the pictures. Let's start with so here's some drone shots of the trees and some neighbors in the area. There's a power line that goes there. There's a road that goes there, so you can drive up to it with a power line. It's some nice deciduous trees, lots of trees with leaves, right? Lots of leaf-covered trees and some pine trees mixed in. Couple pine trees mixed in. So it's Dollar Lane's the little road that comes off the bigger road to get back to this property. You got over 6 acres of this, of woods, good solid woods. It looks like a good place to go deer hunting and turkey hunting, or just taking pictures or feed them and have fun with them and take a look at the nature. There's probably a bunch of squirrels in there too. This was taken a month or two ago before the transaction was happening. Now it being spring, I think this down here is probably coming alive, and these trees are probably budding out leaves and taking off. It's probably nice and green by now if you go take a look at it. Here's a picture I was just showing. Here's a diagram of this property with the road coming in from the north. We got some septic tests on this property to the south. Right here is pretty positive septic tests. So I'm guessing you can do septic through most of the rest of this. You got 6 acres, so it should be plenty of room to figure out and find a place to put septic in. Drill a well. There should be shallow, cheap wells in this area. So 6.7 acres. We got a bunch of diagrams of this thing and maps, and so we're saying it's like 27 miles to downtown Nashville. The property, it's 7 miles from downtown Smyrna. And we're just a little bit south east of Smyrna, and the 24 runs here between Smyrna and the property. That'd be your major thoroughfare to get to town. Nashville, so here's where we're at from Nashville, kind of southeast of Nashville a little bit, just on the outskirts of Nashville. Here's a map we had on here. So this is the middle property I'm talking about right now. We also have this property to the south and this property to the north. And here's the road coming in here. The surveyor is staking it out as we're talking and making that happen. Okay, so here's my favorite parts, the maps. Look at that. There's only 41 people have seen this property on the website so far, and it's a brand new one on there. So yeah, so we're just making the video. So here's the road coming in. So there's that picture we're just seeing. So the road's there, and you can see it looked drivable back in here. So it goes down this way. So you could drive back to this property. You'd probably want to improve the driveway some, maybe put some gravel in, or maybe not. Just keep it cool, right? Keep it nice, like cabins in northern Michigan that I grew up in had these kinds of driveways. You don't put much traffic on them; they work just fine. Maybe you fill in a pothole once every other year with some gravel from the area or something. So here's the property, nice big chunk of land. And then if we zoom out, you'll see where we're at in the area. So here's Smyrna over here. So this is the interstate. So you're away, so you're not going to hear the interstate, but you're close enough to just drive right over and get on and go to Nashville or Murfreesboro or wherever you work or have the dentist or whatever you're trying to do, right? So you're close to all kinds of supplies and action and everything. So it's got, we're just talking about the property. I wanted to pull up some competition, because I like doing that. I don't do it in all the videos, but I like doing that because I like to be the cheapest one in the area, right? And so we're asking $214,000. This is 6.7 acres. I'm going to pull up I got Zillow on the board. And so what I did is I sorted it down for Smyrna, and we're like over here somewhere. Um, these are the sold ones. So this is sold. Here's a 5.56 acres, so a little bit smaller than ours. It just sold in February for 285. Here's a bigger one, sold for 280. Um, Here's a 5 acres that sold for 301,000. Here's 3 acres for 300,000. So a lot of them are around the 300,000 number. Here's a 1 acre that sold for 75,000. But a lot of this size is kind of around the $300,000 number. If you go over to realtor.com, they've got the stuff that's contingent. So they have this one on here. This one's got all kinds of maps and plans of how you get around the swamp and the rock, and this one seems more complicated, but it's contingent for 129. These half-acre ones are asking 120. This 2 acre one's contingent for 300 grand. There's some smaller ones. There's a 5 acre asking 500,000. There's a half an acre asking 90. Here's contingent 590. Here's a 4 acre lot, so a little smaller than ours, asking 590,000, and they got it. Here's a bigger one than ours, 1.7 million contingent. People are buying this area up at bigger numbers than what I'm asking for, is the point that I'm trying to show you. And it's all, each property has its own merits, pros and cons. So if you're buying a property like this, you're going to go look at that market and compare and contrast of your own free will and decide which ones have merit and which ones don't. Look at the ones that are for sale. I didn't jump into the ones that are for sale, but the ones that are for sale are asking more than I'm asking by a good deal. And or they have something significantly wrong with the property as a reason why their price is lower. And that's probably what people think about my pricing, but that's okay. The people that do their homework figure it out and take off with them. So that's the idea. There's a property in Tennessee and in south of Nashville. And I want to say thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, or on TikTok too if you're watching other videos I make on TikTok. And see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.